I had a few questions about the disk storms and surges from the assignment that I posted in Canvas, the course system. So I kind of wanted to show you um, what that looks like, what a disk surge looks like. And I tried installing Screencast-O-Matic, the system that I use in order to record these videos on my laptop, which is where you really notice the disk surges because it's 6 GB of RAM and a SATA drive. So running even the smallest VM has a huge effect on the system. So I'm going to try and duplicate it though on this computer, my main computer, which has the solid state drive and 16 GB of RAM. And so it's not anywhere near the surge that you would see on the laptop. The problem with Screencast-O-Matic is that it's a free software, but it installs adware. So my modern antivirus program, WebRoot, won't let me install it unless I accept the adware, which I don't want to do. So one of the things that I've got here is Mint Linux, and it is a pretty good operating system, but I have noticed that I have trouble with um, disk surges. So I had forgotten about this, but hopefully it will perform as I expect it to, which is very badly. I'm disappointed in that, but I'll figure it out at some point. So here's the task manager. I right-clicked on the taskbar and I went to task manager. From here, you can go to details. If you've never started it before, you have to show the details. And then we can go to performance, and then we can see the graphs. You can see the main things that affect a computer's performance: the CPU, the memory, the disks. I have two drives. This one is the SATA, and this one is this one is the solid state, and this one is the SATA. So I've got like 111 gigabytes. I wish I had gotten a bigger one. And then this one has the terabyte, which I kind of had thought that I'd run my virtual machines off the terabyte, but that's not as easy as it sounds. So I'm running everything off the solid state, which means that performance is pretty quick. And again, I'm trying to show you what slow performance looks like. So, yeah, the statistic that I was interested in showing you is the disk. And you can see here that even with the solid state, this anti-spyware adware removal that I'm running on this computer created a disk spike here on disk. You can see it. If I were trying to run other programs while this was going on, then my performance would be, horrible. You can see it went really quick because, again, it's a good machine, but on my laptop, this could have taken like 30 minutes to complete. And that's very inconvenient if you're on a deadline for an assignment or something you need to do at work. And that's the problem, is that we can't always choose when these systems services will run. Sometimes just arbitrarily, Microsoft Windows decides it wants to do a malware scan, or it might decide it wants to search your hard drive to make your computer more effective at finding files. These are all fine. It's just the timing is really bad because it picks it up on its own. And then that kind of stuff has to happen automatically because we forget. So, it's a trade-off. All right, so back to the solid state here. Let's see if I can run Mint, and let's see if it's going to perform as badly as I'm hoping. So that way I can demonstrate this to you. So here's Mint booting up, and here's my my drive. Here we go. You can see that it's picked up and it's surged. This is activity time, which means that the drive is constantly moving at this point. It's at 100%. And that's really not so bad. The problem is down here, the seek time. It's transferring like 10 megabytes a second in order to make this thing work. Actually, less it shows now. Still trying to figure out how that stuff works because it shows really weird numbers at one time and then something else at another time. So Mint has started. Give me a second here. I gotta minimize the screen somehow. So let's try if I go into scaled mode. There we go. You can see my tulips. Just have to remember my password. And you can see here that just in starting up, at least for 2 or 3 minutes, maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes, that the disk time was so active that it was almost unusable. Here we go, 43 milliseconds. As long as we're under 15 milliseconds, then it's not so bad. And again, this is the preferred hardware, so it's not so bad. But you can see another spike here. I'd call that a surge. And then because this computer does so well, I never get over the 15 milliseconds. So let's see if I can start Firefox in here. So I started an application in my VBox. You can see by the little circle that it's taking a lot of time. And then it's giving me problems here. Let's see if I go DuckDuckGo, DuckDuckGo.com. So there are the surges, and that's really not a problem. I mean, I put in, the money for the hardware, so you don't see it. But on my laptop, like I said, this whole thing could have taken a half hour or 40 minutes to go. So all I need to do for this exercise, all you need to do is just give me a screenshot of the surges. I want to see the millisecond response time. That's the critical factor. The disk activity. Hopefully you can find a process that'll get it up to 100%. And that's it.